For our last sample, we're going to hand sew. So I've taken 2 fleece rectangles that I've cut out, and I've pressed under one long side on both of them, 1 centimeter, toward the wrong side. Then I put the 2 wrong sides together so that the good side is showing on both. Stick a pin in the middle just to hold them together so I can hand sew more easily. Then I take a hand sewing needle, and I'm purposely using a brighter color of thread that will show. I've cut it, wet it, put it through the eye of the needle. I have to wet that again. There's a lot of static cling when you're trying to get it through, so the blunter it is, the better. And then I'm going to pull on the thread until it's just below my elbow, maybe 10 to 15 centimeters below. And then I cut the threads where they meet, because you want the threads long so you don't run out too soon, but not so long that they get tangled. And then one way to do a knot is you take the 2 ends together, put the tip of the needle over the tip of the threads, wrap the long end of the thread around the needle. The more you wrap, the bigger the knot, so I wrapped 5-6 times. Then you pull it down the needle and just hold on tightly, pull it to the very end, and when you get there you've got a knot. You can also do it whatever way you're comfortable. It doesn't have to be this way, but that is an easy way to make a knot, which you're now going to hide under this folded edge. So just pull it up so the knot is hidden, and then you're going to do what some people call a ladder stitch. There's a lot of different names for it, but basically you're going to sew vertically. So you grab this folded edge and grab just a little bit of the fabric and pull, and then go across to the other side, and again going vertically as opposed to going horizontally. Grab a little bit, pull it tight, and then go to the other side. So you're going up about 1/2 centimeter each time, and that's why they call it the ladder stitch. You're kind of stitching up the ladder, grabbing some from one side and then the other. And when you pull it tight, even though I have a bright yellow thread against blue fabric, you really don't see it, because that's the name of the game. You want this stitch to be very secure. You don't want any stuffing to fall out, but you also want it to be hidden. And the reason that we're hand stitching is when you stuff something, like say you're sewing the creature's head or his ear or limb, it gets wide and it won't fit in the machine. So we basically are hand stitching because we have to. So you're just going to continue in that way, go all the way up, and you can take out the pin when you no longer need it. And then you're going to try to hide the knot inside at the end, which I'll show you shortly. So I've sewn all the way to the top, and if you look at it, it's pretty secure. If I filled it with stuffing, nothing's going to come out. If I filled it with rice, it isn't going to leak through any little holes. So now I just need to tie the knot. So I grab the thread and I make a loop. I pull it down till it's about 1 centimeter, that knot, from the top. So 1 centimeter from the edge of the fabric. I hold it with my finger and thumb and pull. So I just made a little knot. Now that knot's too small, so I want to make another one. So I make another loop. I pull it to about 1 centimeter from the edge of the fabric, hold it with my finger and thumb, and pull. And I'm making the knot bigger each time I do this. So I've done it 3 times. I'm going to go once more so that the knot is always in the same place, but 1 centimeter from the top of the fabric. And I have a good sized knot. So now I can just stick it inside, pull tight till you hear a little snap, and then I can cut that thread and that knot has gone inside.